$17 billion settlement between this nation's second largest bank, Bank of America, and the Justice Department. Now, this comes after allegations that the company sold faulty mortgage securities that contributed to the financial crisis. Now, this settlement will be the largest penalty ever paid by a single company, though no high-ranking executives are facing criminal charges. According to the Washington Post, the announcement could come as early as next Thursday. Now, this is a letter from Bank of America to Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi. They say, quote, of the $7 billion consumer relief package, we expect just in excess of $1 billion to be affected in the state. And we're going to turn things now over to Abby, who is joined now with the Tallahassee Attorney Danielle Kelley to explain more.
Thanks, Paulo, and thank you for joining us tonight, Danielle. This essentially kind of means, hey, Bank of America, you preyed on people during this financial time in 2008, which kind of led to this crisis.
It really does, and a lot of it stems from Bank of America's acquisition of companies such as Countrywide, who were known to do really bad things during the height of the market, giving credit to borrowers who had no reason, to obtain the homes they did, and forcing, through loans that shouldn't have gone through, typically in a system where it wasn't so, hot at the time for the market and the homes and the loan. So.
And when we were talking, you said basically like my dog was able to get a loan for a $500,000 house, which normally wouldn't have been able to afford that. Talk about the impact that this settlement is going to have nationally as well as in Florida.
I think it sends a huge message that a lot went on behind the scenes back in 2008 when the market was at its height that we weren't aware of. And I know we joked about, my dog being able to get a loan at the time for $500,000, but it sends a message that those kind of practices won't be tolerated. And it sends a message, that the banks did do wrong. And even if you inherit Countrywide and Countrywide's done wrong, you're now liable for that. At some point you became aware of the problems and they haven't been fixed. So we've had a lot of settlements, we've had a lot of legislation aimed at helping homeowners. I think it will send a message that the banks continue to do wrong. The ultimate question is going to be whether it helps homeowners.
And that's what we're asking too, is this going to help states versus homeowners, and how much effect is this going to have on them?
The primary problem with these settlements is that we don't really know how it pans out on the state level. We had the national mortgage settlement, for example, that Florida received money from. Our understanding was some of that money went to pull judges out of senior judges out of retirement to hear the backlog of foreclosure dockets. That didn't really help homeowners. It kind of sped up the cases and got things done. Now that this money is going to come into Florida, and we're talking about, from what I understood, Attorney General Bondi said 17,000 homeowners would be able to receive assistance. That's a small fraction of the population that's dealing with this mess right now. It doesn't cure the homes that have already been lost. It doesn't cure. We don't know if it's going to reach the people who are in default now or in foreclosure process right now. And part of it, from my understanding, will be funneled through the government's program to help homeowners. If that's true, and we're dealing with helping them through modifications, which was the HAMP legislation that was passed to help homeowners get modifications in order to be able to keep their homes, then we have a really serious problem, because these banks and servicers have been notorious for misusing the HAMP process, not qualifying loans that should have qualified for the HAMP program, and skirting the rules, so to speak. Okay. So if that is the case, and we don't have good oversight of those departments, and we've had whistleblowers come out nationwide and say, hey, we were told to destroy HAMP files. If the money is going in that route to help homeowners, I'm afraid it's going to have a bad impact.
Okay, we're just going to wait and find out and see what happens. Okay, Danielle Kelley, thank you for joining us this evening.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Paulo, back over to you.